Matthew 21, verses 42 to 44. Jesus says unto them, Do ye never read the scriptures? The stones which the builder rejected, the same has become the head of the corner. This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Therefore say I unto you, the kingdom of God shall be taken from you, and given to a nation bringing forth the fruits thereof, and whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken, but on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder. Matthew 21, verses 42 to 44.
It's the McMahon Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far. Tune in quick cause you might just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the McMahon Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far. Just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the McMahon Morning Show. 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 No matter if you're near or far, tune in quick cause you might just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the McMahon Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far.
And grand rising to everybody. Good morning, and so forth and so on. It is right now 3 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock, right here on the McMahon Morning Show. Grand rising to all of you. Like to say good day to our chairman of our deacon board, Deacon Alvin Moore. How are you this morning, sir? Blessings to you and your family, to our section leader, Miss Sharon Reed. Hey, how are you? Blessings and all those great things. And to Anthony Reed, the apostle. Hey, man, how are you, brother? Good to see you. Alice, our blessed child of God, is not here today. She had a prior engagement on this morning. We want to say good morning to her if she's listening. I think she said she would be listening. To Diane Black, like to say good morning to Diane Black, our next Congresswoman of the great state of Mississippi. I'd like to also say and make a correction on yesterday. You know something? Our new sponsor, D. Harris. Good morning, D. Harris. D. Harris Interiors. I said Hill. I know a D. Hill. And very popular person in journalist in Chicago. I don't know why I said that, but let me make this correction right now. The McMahon is going to make this correction because she's one of our supporting sponsors and also participant here on the Magman Morning Show. Her name is Dee Harris. Dee Harris Interiors, and we have a we the production is together. I want to say that this is why I'm asking for uh, the support of our wonderful listeners, and let me tell you why. Things. Oh, excuse me. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I can turn this down. Just things are about to get a little interesting when it comes down to those of us that are on the air and creators, as they call people. I don't want people to put me in it. I always distinguish and let people know that I am a broadcaster, reporter. That's who I am. Somebody, please. For those of you that know, okay, I got that message, that email. Uh, those of you that know, uh, changes are coming in our economy. Now, I don't want anybody to get upset or get mad or what have you. I want you to think we're in a position as a people to really, really reap the benefits of this economy. And if we work together, and somebody said something to me, said, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do the other. No, we don't have to do the things that other people do. As I stated before, I wanted to put that up there for you, D. I didn't. I made that mistake on yesterday. It won't happen again. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. We have to, as a society and as a people, get ourselves prepared to reap the benefits. Now, you say, Mr. Mack, what are you talking about? I saw a report about uh, content creators. Let me show you let me see if I can get it up here for you. No, I don't want it. If I can go with- They got Brother Al Sharpton on here too. All right. I know I learned some things about a lot of people from a new source of information that I have. And I'm going to put this up. This comes from Afrotech. And Afrotech is a website geared towards the African American community and its consumers. And I'm going to share the screen with you real quick and show you what I saw. hmm This is what I saw. Let's see. Present. There we go. All right. Now, if you look right in the middle of your screen, it says, with the creator economy expected to reach, get this, $500 billion valuation by 2027. That's 2 years. The economy that the creators, the content creators, and so forth and so on, the revenue and the value, uh, the value of what we do, they say we can generate over, or will be expected to reach 500 billion. Folks, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And if we bring quality broadcasting, and that's why it brings me to the point that I'm making to all of you that are here. Thank you for everybody that is listening, everybody that's tuned in. I want to thank you all. And that's why I always put out that Support those people that are really doing the work. Support those platforms that need support. Everybody can't do what we do. Everybody can't broadcast. Everybody, it's not a hobby. It is a business. Mac Media 3 Productions is a business. And therefore, we got to, in order to compete, we're going to have to step up our game some. Now, we got a 1 year anniversary. I got it up in the corner. You see it. I just wanted to remind myself that because it ain't, I haven't been, it's not a by yourself thing. I had to remind myself though, that there's work to be done and non-procrastination. If I want a piece of the pie, I got to put myself in a position to receive. That means I got to get my plate and my fork and my napkin and whatever beverage I'm going to have. I got to prepare myself for my slice. My slice. Not your slice, not your piece, not your portion, not your rationed or whatever, not yours, but mine. In order to bring the quality and the quality programming that I know that we got to step up our game. When you get to a point in any profession, I want to be the very best broadcaster, the very best host, the very best anchor that I can be with my own personality and with the vision that I have that was given to me to share this platform in whatever ways possible to support Black businesses. Let me say, why did I emphasize that? We've gotten a bad deal, folks. But that's okay. I'm not even worried about the bad deal. I'm not worried about or being disturbed by it because I've dealt with it and we have as a people dealt with it since we've been a people. Our relatives, our grandparents, our ancestors dealt with these things, dealt with things and the things and the shenanigans of this country. This ain't the first time. This is not the first time where people of another color have tried to bring down another or another race of people. This is not the first time that white America has come after come after Black America. This is not, they tried to enslave us. They tried to keep us in the slums. They tried to keep us off of television. They tried to keep us off the sports fields and off the sports floors and off the grounds. They tried to keep us off of those things. They tried to keep us out of the boardroom and out of government. But you know something? As time progressed and as people have gone forth, we have survived and we have made it. How have we made it? We still got the slums. How did they make it? They took the projects from us. How? Uh-oh. Hey, Foxy. There you are. Good morning. I've been waiting for you. I'm going to put I want you in on this conversation. I've been, if I can, let me see if I can get you here, sister. Yeah. So now, I mean, we live in substandard. Think about this now, and I'm going to show you what they're doing. Mm-hmm. They're trying to kill this economy because they're trying to take it back to 1932. Now, those of you, now I know a lot of us, ain't nobody here that's been on 1932, I don't think. That's back there in my mama's age, back in 90-some years ago. Well, back then when the Depression was really coming in and the country was really, it was 39, I think. It was really up in arms to find. I mean, you couldn't buy a new car. They're talking about now. They got the commercials out now that's saying that the Hyundais and the foreign cars from Japan and all those other places, there's going to be a delay on you. If you're looking for parts and they coming from overseas, the tariffs are in. You're going to pay extra for that price, the price of that part and that tariff that's coming in. Not the car dealer, not the person that sold you the car. They're going to sell every tax, everything that they have incurred, they're going to put it in the pricing. So they're already advancing notice and letting people know that these things are coming. That's just the car. We're not talking about a house or anything else that's going on. Those of you that like those shopping, Temu and all those other, I'm not going to talk about Temu. I'm gonna, they act like they got some qualities. I'm gonna tell y'all about something that I got from them. Yeah, I got some, but Diane Black, I got some from them, and welcome Diane. I got some from them that this morning I didn't know that was sent to me, a gift from Brother Lee, whether he knows. Wait a minute, let me see. Come on now. Wait a minute. Okay, supposed to put that in. All right, Foxy, if you can see that link, come in. I'm on this discussion that I'm talking about. Brother Lee is coming too, and I'm sure he'll be. And I'll keep you in staging for a minute if you give me a chance to. Welcome to all of our listeners everywhere. Welcome to the bush, to everybody in the bushes and so forth and so on. Just hold on. I see you, Roxy, down there. Just hold on a second. Welcome back. I ain't seen you in a while. You've been playing hooky. You the trustee. You're supposed to take the collection and let the folks know that we need some tools and fruit. We ain't hustling like the church though. But anyway, let me say this. Now, in this economy that we're living in, folks, and because we're looking at the effects of what the orange man is getting ready to do with the prices of everything, and this is not to make you nervous, it is to get you aware of what's going on, being a selective consumer. Now, the orange man is messing with a fellow. There's one person in government that no president really want to mess with. And I'm not saying because he does not have control or whatever the case may be, or he think he's going to be insulted or something like that. No, talking to and about this particular person, whomever it is, male or female, in this position, causes a ripple effect in our economy, and that is the uh, Federal Reserve chairperson, the man who's in charge of presiding over the meetings and over the board of governors. That's what they call them. When they get ready to raise the interest rates and everything, he presides over the meeting. He's the chairman. And he's a very powerful individual because the decisions that the Federal Reserve makes, and that is folks with the money that print the money or guarantees the money, the note that if you look at your dollar bills, and people don't want to look at them now, they got cards. I like cash. If you look on there, you see the Federal Reserve. It is guaranteed. The Federal Reserve Bank, meaning that's the high bank, that's the government bank, that is the person's or the institution that's being used as far as our currency and as far as guaranteeing, they the central bank in a sense. All right. Well, the orange man earlier yesterday took a swipe at that guy, and the stock market dropped 1,000 points. Now, folks, I'm not trying to make you nervous. I know a lot of us got 401ks and all that other stuff and investments everywhere. And, you investing in this and you got timeshares and all that. You got a lot of stuff going on. You got cars, 2 or 3 maybe. You got a vacation house, or you got property, or you just got some stuff. Okay. And you looking at this situation for what it is. He's messing with the Fed chairman, talking about he thinking about firing the man. That's the word on the street. One thing you do not do in government is mess with the man that can set the rates for the money, or the woman that can set the rates for the money. And because of that, the stock market, with their scary self, those those gamblers, that's what they are, because they betting on how things are going to go, are nervous, and the stock market drops. But this new economy that we have, the new economy, you got to think about this, folks. There's a time, this is our time as a people to really kind of set to not, maybe not make it equal or make it an even playing field, but we can do some things in business and in this economy. It's about dollars and cents, folks, and it's about the political power behind it, in front of it. The politicians, most of them are bought. Not, and I don't mean bought in a way I'm not accusing anybody of anything like that, but there are no real representatives of the people now. Mhm. Now, when we start talking about representing the people and their best interest, that means we have to look show enough deep and wide in what we're doing as consumers. When gas goes up, when food goes up, when your services, your favorite things go up, don't say nobody did not tell you. These tariffs and these, which is a tax upon us, is going to severely kind of take us back. But we're going to be survivors. We're survivors. So if you got your business, tighten up. If you got something that you're working on, tighten it up. Get it together because businesses are going to survive. Hmm. I don't know about Pookie and Ray Ray. And when I say that, we've been warning and telling people for the longest, go to school, young and old. If you got an opportunity to learn a technical skill of some kind, learn it. It's not just good to have a job, but then be appreciative of what that employment brings. Some of us should have been our own bosses a long time ago. This is our chance. This is our shot. And let me tell you something. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be worried about what's going on. They just put it out. They say, you creators, you people that's out there doing this and that and the other. Hey, it's $500 billion out there. Mm, 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 mm. Yours for the taking. What y'all want to do? How much? I mean, can we get some of this money? How about that, D. Harris? Hey, y'all, can we get some of this money to help us and to better our society and our community and our dreams and to continue to live? Hmm. Don't think that the orange man is going to survive with this foolishness, folks. Don't think that he's going to do it. Listen, I'm going to go to a quick break. I got Foxy to Roxy 3 is here with me. I want to ask her some things because she's right there in the District of Columbia around there. And once we come back and just pay homage to our sponsors, we're going to have our little discussion. I got a little something else I want to talk about too. Welcome to the MacMan Morning Show. Y'all stick around, like us, subscribe. All you gotta do is hit the like button. It ain't gonna hurt you. Those of y'all in the bushes that's trying to hide, y'all hit the like button. I'll be right back in a couple of seconds, and I got another announcement that I must make. We're looking at 23 past the hour of 9 o'clock on Tuesday, the 22nd of April. We'll be right back.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
As we live life and grow, our number one concerns are having a life and a dream and a home, beauty, privacy, and security. Keys Home by Regina is here for you, a licensed and certified realtor in the state of Arkansas. Regina has the skills and the know-how and the patience to guide you through the rough rigors of owning your first piece of real estate. Whether it's commercial or residential, whether it's your first time buying a home or you're just looking to expand your real estate portfolio, I'm sure that there's something that Regina can do for you. So call her right now and get the ball rolling. From Humphrey to Whitehall to Redfield and to Pine Bluff, Keys Home by Regina will put you in the home that you've always wanted. So call Regina right now at 501-400-4655. Our families are precious. Our families are precious. We work hard each and every day to make sure that they're safe and secure and have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be life, health, auto, home, or specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538, 708-722-1538.
And we're back on the Mac Man Morning Show. I'd like to say grand rising and good morning to each and every one of you. Listen to me. There's a runoff election that's going on in the state of Mississippi. Those parties that have, wait a minute, Foxy, I got you there. Okay. Wait a minute, let me see. Excuse me. There is runoff elections that are going on for the Republican and the Democratic parties in municipal elections in DeSoto County, Tate County, Marshall County. The county that I'm specifically going to focus in on right now, and that is Coahoma County. Those of you all that know and have heard that wonderful commercial called Reds, I've always talked about Little Red, who is the son of Big Reds, who the Blues Lounge is named after, the son of Orlando Payton, his father. And he is up for the nomination, the Democratic nomination for mayor of that is Little Red, y'all. That's Little Red. That ain't Big Red. That's Little Red. That's my friend, Orlando W. Payton. And he's running for mayor of the city of Clarksdale, Mississippi, home of the Crossroads, home of some great barbecue, home of some great people, home for many in the Mississippi Delta. And he has served his community as a state representative representing the great city of Clarksdale, Coahoma County, and other counties, surrounding counties that he represents. But he's ready to come back to his home base and lead his city. I'm going to tell you something right now, folks. This is the man for the job. This is the man that has advocated for the educational system of Clarksdale, Coahoma County. Coahoma Community College really has to take their hats off to him, because each and every legislative year he goes down and he gets the resources that sometimes 9 times out of 10 community colleges in the South, and particularly in Mississippi, that are led by Black administrations, do not get the resources, folks, like Ole Miss and all the rest of those, Mississippi State and the rest of them. See, they're the prizes. But then they forget about the education of those people that are in the Delta in North Mississippi and in other places, or the places that they say that, you know, we supposed to be the ghetto folks and things like that. I don't care what anybody try to call us or put a label on us. We know that we are some of the most intelligent, most brilliant people. Yeah, I know that's broken English, in that has been created. So I don't worry about that. He's the right man for the job. Politically, he can move in circles that others cannot move in. He can reach across the aisle and even go, yes, he can go back to Jackson and ask for what he needs for his community. So I'm asking you, and a personal endorsement. This man has been one of our sponsors from day one. Him and Keisha the stylist, day one. He was one of my very first out of two. He was one of the two very first sponsors of the Magman Morning Show, the Morning Takeover. When I just came on the air, he said, "Hey man, I know you out there." He said, "Man," he said, "all I got is a little blues club." And every day you hear, and it hasn't stopped. You heard Red's Blues Lounge and the wonderful work that he's done. I can just go on and on about him, but the emphasis is today. The runoff is today. Those of you that are in the greater Clarksdale area, in Clarksdale, specifically in Clarksdale, Mississippi. Bonnie McCrae, down there where your folks is, uh, tell them Orlando Payton, your next mayor of the city of Clarksdale, Mississippi. Give him an opportunity to do the things that he do. Give him an opportunity to bring the resources. Give him an opportunity to help the youth and the senior citizens and to bring the infrastructure and to, he knows where the money is. He knows how much is there. I'm not talking about any past administrations. That's water over the dam. But I'm talking about giving a man an opportunity just to do the work. You see what's in Washington. Okay. And what's in Washington trickles down to Jackson, and what trickles down to Jackson, they drop it in the black community. Oh, they pull the whole spigot out, as they say. They open it wide open for those other communities. But the communities that don't have representation, that don't have people to stand up for it, that don't have anybody that's going to advocate and fight and just say simply, you got to take care of everybody in the state of Mississippi. Yes, Clark still your next mayor. Give him an opportunity. Get up and go vote. Don't sit there. I know y'all sitting there listening to the McMahon Morning Show. Get up and go and vote for Orlando Payton for mayor, Democratic Party, runoff. Never mind the other cat. I don't know who he think he is. I ain't even mention his name. I don't know him. He ain't did nothing significant for me to say anything other than his supporters are talking about the African American community, talking about we're some heathens and we're some slugs and we're this and we're ghetto and we're the criminals and everything. I don't believe. I ain't trying to hear what they talking about. The man you got there in Washington, that those people that are in Coahoma County that voted for the orange man, you getting what you pay for. You're hollering now. You ain't got nobody to pick your crops now. You can't take advantage of your privilege now because why? Oh, further up the road, these things happen. I had to drop that. If I support you, Orlando. I'll endorse you, and I'm batting 1,000 up there. And then after you get through Orlando, you can endorse the next congresswoman from the state of Mississippi, Miss Diane Black, and they know each other. They've been in contact and everything. And I just want to mention that now. I'm going to go on ahead now. That's my friend. That's a friend of this show and the friend and the brother of the state of Mississippi, all over, everywhere. Now, Foxy, too. Roxy is here. Brother Lee is here too. Wait a minute. Oh, he's here. Hey, say. I want y'all. Well, ladies first. Foxy, you've been gone and you've been delinquent from your duties as trustee. So, where you been?
Well, I have been working on
I ain't supposed to be doing.
another app, trying to,
Okay,
because StreamYard, you don't have so much time on it. So I've been learning
that's
another
true.
app, trying to get that together so I can keep my show going. So
Well,
StreamYard
you
only
got to
gives
you
me
got to
4 hours a day.
well, you got to give me some information on that. We ain't gonna mention this right now. They might cut us off. But StreamYard do us kind of bad though, Miss Foxy. They do. They do.
So
Brother
I'm gonna say,
Lee.
hi,
Oh, I'm
Brother
sorry.
Lee.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, y'all.
Great day, my sister.
Great
Great day,
day.
my
Great.
brother.
All right. I got a question. I've been throwing this out here, and Brother Lee, I'm glad that you're here. and we are going to get. I'm working, and technically we got some problems with our server, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And Foxy, please inform me. Uh, Give me a little information on that service that you're going to be dealing with, and maybe it'll help us out here too. Um, where am I going with this? The new economy. I wanted to ask you this because Foxy, that neighbor of yours, that part-time neighbor of yours that live over on Pennsylvania Avenue, and I'm not trying to, yeah, that's y'all's neighbor. Um, there are several things that are going on, and there are a lot of people that have pension funds, mutual funds, 401ks, and different things. And the Orange Man upset the markets yesterday by attacking his own appointee. He appointed this man in his first term as Federal Reserve chairperson, the man that do all the, and chair the meetings and stuff for the Federal Reserve, people that handle our money, guarantees our money, I guess. And that's one person in politics you ain't supposed to touch with, the man that got controls over the finances and the so forth and so on. Now, I brought this point up because I saw something that I was showing everybody that the content creators, Brother Lee, are going to be generating, get this, $500 billion. They're going to be generating in business. Content creators. I don't know if that's worldwide or just America, but when I heard that number and that figure, I kind of, went back and forth. Still, that's a lot of money. And I started thinking, I said, you know something? People are getting tired of this administration. So we know that there's going to be time for reckoning, whether they know it or not. But what are we going to do in this situation? What can be done in this situation as far as with the economy? I see a lot of potential, and we can get into this economy. I mean, and to really reap the benefits of what's going on. My grandmother, my mother said something to me about my grandparents. She said around the Depression time, she said, we had food, we had shelter, we had things, we had XYZ. She said the poor people would come to them, the poor white people would come to them and knock on their door. And what did she call them? Hobos. They would be on the train jumpers. They would come out, they'd be hungry and starving and carrying on, and they come and knock on the door and ask the black people for something to eat. They say, we feed them. And we were prospering. I didn't hear too much. They say, well, it was a depression. I don't know how, I don't know. I didn't hear any horror stories in the black community. I know we survived. I know we were survivors. A lot of people that were in the South and everything had their own chickens and things like that and so forth. But this economy, man, when I saw that pertaining to what we do every day, I said, we got to step up our game. I got to step up. I mean, we got here at the McMahon Morning Show, we got to step up our game as far as programming and such and so. I know I got to do some things, but what do you think about the reaction of Foxy and Brother Lee, if y'all want, however y'all, about the economy as far as what happened on yesterday with the stock market dropping, not just so per se that, but the reaction of the people. This man is messing with folks and messing with their retirement and messing with things. And we're sitting back on a gold mine, those of us that do what we do, of about $500 billion that's going to be generated. So there's a lot of money going on around here, and somebody's getting it except us. So I want to know, what position should we be in? You can comment on what you think was going on with Fed Chairman, but what position, where should we be to get some of this money? What kind of position should we be in mindset? Y'all go ahead. I just threw that out there. It's not a question. I mean, just for conversation's sake, I just wanted to know. Go ahead, Fox.
Well, me back in 2002, I took all my money out of 401k and I put my money into a CD in my bank. I have a credit union. So my money is in the credit union. So when this stock was going up and down, I didn't have that problem because my money is still in my bank. and it's drawing interest. But a lot of people have put their 401k, a lot of us didn't know that it affect the stock market. So now a lot of people are shocked because they went into the 401k, went into the program, thinking they're going to have all this money. Now they're finding out the reason people are panicking because they're finding out it deals with the stock market. I found that out earlier because of me being in the government. So I found out where the 401k money was going. And I said, no, you're not going to play with my money. It's in, it's out, it's in and out. No. My money stay where it is, and it's in my bank. But a lot of people don't know that the 401k was attached to the stock market. That's why
Yeah.
everybody's panicking right now. So the
Well,
problem
let me
is
ask you
now,
this. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
the
Go
problem
ahead,
is
Fox.
now they got to figure out what they want to do. If they take the money
Mhm.
out of the stock right now, it's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them bad. If they leave it in there, my thing is wait till they go back up, then take your money out. Don't take it out now because it's going to hurt you really bad. And I will
So
put it
let
in
me ask you this
in the
though,
bank.
Foxy. But then if you take okay, but then if you get to that point, uh, where you gonna put? I mean, because I don't know. Now they saying that the futures are down 2% right now. Now I'm not trying to be no stock analyst or nothing like that, but they saying once the machines turned on at 9 o'clock or they start trading, that the futures were down already because they don't know the uncertainty that people have. I mean, because there's a lot of people, Brother Lee and Foxy, that have their retirement is tied to this. Not
Yes,
talking about Social Security now. I'm not talking about that. That's an entitlement because it was
hmm
set up that way. You paid into it, you deserve it. And you paying into this, you deserve it. There's penalties and everything. You take your money out, they're gonna penalize you for taking your own money out. There's a
that's
penalty in your IRA accounts and so forth. Help us out a little bit with that. Am I on the right track with that as far as there is a penalty in there, Foxy?
yes, it is. It is a penalty, and you're going to get a penalty even with your Social Security. You get a penalty, but you can survive better with that penalty. And like I said, I put mine in the CD in the bank. If you can do that, and you can deal with the penalty, at least you know your money is secure, where you won't lose half or almost all of it. At least you know where your money is, and it's drawing interest. And if you put a certain amount on the CD and don't touch it, it can draw quite a bit of interest where you will be okay when you do decide to retire. But right
Okay.
now, the way he's doing right now, it's really not helping us at all. And because if you watch the news, you saw that Marjorie Taylor Greene and them already knew what was going to happen. So when the stock dropped,
Mhm.
they they dropped all their money and then went back in and got all of
So
it
it's some
cheap,
inside trading going on.
a lot of it.
Uh,
And that's the only
yeah,
reason
I
why
heard about that.
that's the reason why they're doing the inside trading, because they're trying to make the rich richer. By the time they get through, there's no going to be no more middle class. I'm just letting everybody know there's no more middle class. If
Hmm.
and in 4 years there will be no more middle class. There'll be poor or rich. That's where it's going to be.
Do you see, Brother Lee, any? Okay, and I know that we've had these conversations before, and knowing the severity of what's happening and how people's stuff is getting smashed like smithereens in these brokerage houses, and they waging bets on what you're doing. Now, my financial knowledge is not that great that I know anything about stocks, bonds, and all those other things. You're talking Chinese to me now. But when it comes down to going to the grocery store, and when it's time to go get your gas, and when it's going to shop for your children and trying to just keep a roof over your head, Brother Lee, the pickings and the way that they're describing things, they're saying that the pickings is kind of thin. But I just still believe that the economy is setting itself up for us to get a win on it. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I don't know. I just threw it out there. Brother Lee, come on and give me your analyzation about this.
Well, I like to say this. Okay, the sister is right about investing in the 401k. Yeah, it is a risky business because you're handing over your funds to strangers, and they will invest your money as they see fit. It may not be what you want to invest in. Sometimes you want to divest in some things that they're investing in. What I mean is that they're investing in things that are against us, as far as in Africa or in the brown people and the things that affect us as a people. They take our money, invest in things that you may not understand, or you may understand, but you may not like. They may be investing in corporations that are laying people off of our persuasion, of our color, or just eliminating those positions. And we get our funds to these investors, and they just put money wherever they see fit. And when they never lose money. You have to understand, when a 401k investor take your money and invest, they don't lose money. They take a fee. They have a fee that they charge for investing your money, and they make money on you. Actually, sometimes they make money on losing money, on your investment going down, because they take from somewhere else. So the thing is, we have to understand what the stock market is. It's not like going to the racetrack. Now, like it's not like going to the Vegas, gambling, because a large number of those investors do know where that good investment is. It's just that we don't know, and they will take that money and they'll make money, and you'll lose money. They make money on you losing money. And not to understand the stock market, don't invest in something you don't understand. And you're giving your money to people that you don't know. You wouldn't give your money to someone on the street and tell them to invest your money, but that's what you're doing. And the thing is, and I'm gonna say this, um, the thing is that these Fed appointed financial people that have been appointed by Donald Trump, they're learning on the job. They never had a position like that before, and that's a huge responsibility to give to someone who does not understand the job that he is doing, that he is put in the office to do. You wouldn't get a job that you don't know anything about, but to get a job as important as that and not be able to understand what you're doing just because you're friends with the person that's running the company is insane. And the thing is here is that, and I'm gonna say this about what you were talking about, my brother, about the middle class, and my sister said something about the middle class, and I'm gonna tell you something that people don't know or never thought about, and this is a fact. You can look this up, and I know I say look it up, but that's what I'm saying. You can look this up. The middle class is not the middle class. Let me tell you what I mean. People that think they're middle class are not middle class. They're lower class. If they're not the lower class, they're lower middle class. They're not middle class. Most middle class people are not middle class right now as I'm speaking. Middle class is you don't have any money saved over $3,000. You're not middle class. Middle class, that's lower middle class. That's lower class. You got the most you got in a bank is $3,000. The most you live in paycheck to paycheck. That's not middle class. When you don't own any property, that's not middle class. Middle class is you got to own something. You got to have some resources. You can't live paycheck to paycheck because a middle class person is, you live in paycheck to paycheck. That's lower class. See, and we're delusional by thinking that, someone's walking around, I'm middle class, I'm not poor. Yes, you are. You are one of the people that they talk about that are poor. You just live in credit to credit. You live in credit card to credit card. You live in check to check. You worried about your job. You listening for gossip at work, saying that who's getting fired, laid off. You concerned about every word that they are saying at work. What every bit of gossip that goes on. You're not middle class. You haven't been middle class in a long time, maybe ever. You come into a position thinking that you live on a certain block in a certain neighborhood. They call it middle class. It's not. It's an illusion. Because when they can pull the rug from under you in a moment's notice, which they have done time and time again, you're not middle class. You're lower class. That's what the lower class. We worried about our job. Lower people, lower class. They worried about their job just like middle class. They live check to check just like middle class. If there's no middle class, there's a thin line of middle class there. Because you could go further up the ladder and say, okay, upper middle class, how they living? They living check to check too. People making 100,000, 2, 3, 400,000. They live in check to check. I know these people. Shoot, they worried about their job. They worried about everything. They worried about the cost of living. Yes, they may go on vacations, but they went on vacations because they had a credit card they put on it. They bought clothes because they have credit cards to put on it. That's the thing. If that went for a credit card, they wouldn't have nothing. So yeah, they got a new car, but they paying out what 25%? They paying a $2,000 car note. Yeah, you say they must be doing well.
So what I want to ask you this then, and I want to get both of you all's reaction from this. I want to piggyback on what you were saying. Now, and because we do get into this point, well, middle class is X, Y, Z, and I must be poor. I got to be. I ain't got $3,000. But I mean, you make a interesting point, because the illusion. Now they hollering. Now we hear this all the time. I'm here for the middle class. I am here for the middle class. The middle class ain't got this. Nobody talk about the low class now. Oh, poor folks, I guess. That's what I don't know what class. That low class, I guess. I mean, all these class systems. But this is what the crust of most Democratic candidates and things like that. I hear very little about other people, the real people. So I guess we the lower class. Somebody help me out. What you say, Foxy?
Really, majority of the United States is low class. Majority of you have, like he said, you might have 1% that are middle class, but that 1%, they feel that they are in between us. They're not quite poor, but they're not quite rich. But the problem they're having now is they're seeing that little 1% of them, that they're now poor. They don't realize that they are poor. They don't realize that they are just like us, one paycheck to one paycheck, like Brother Lee said, paycheck to paycheck. I have a girlfriend that has 30,000 in the bank. She don't feel like she's poor. She's middle class. Where, boo, you in the projects. If you still living in one of these project communities, you're poor.
She in the project. Okay, come on.
You poor. Come on, baby. I mean, you got money in the bank. Yes, you doing good in the bank, but you still poor because you're not okay. Like Brother Lee said, you haven't bought any land, you haven't bought any property, you haven't done anything with your money, but sit back and hold it. Okay, now, but you're sitting in a project of our city, and you're fussing about us black people this and black people that, and we low class, and you black too. Come on now, you're the same. And that's the problem. Like Brother Lee says, the mentality is what goes on in your head. You think because you got money in the bank, you're doing pretty well with money in the bank, but you still got that poor mentality. A lot of time people move up, but they don't realize they're still poor. And like I said, when I said still poor, you still got that poor mentality. You still talking poor, acting poor, spending poor. And you're saving your money, but what has it done? You haven't bought any land. You haven't bought a house. You didn't even buy a car. Your father helped you buy a car. You didn't buy this. You're using your personal body to get money out of men. So you're not really doing anything spectacular. You still doing a poor man's mentality.
You hit a nail. I don't know if it went over anywhere. You say, I heard you.
Right.
But a lot of people, I'm going to say this, and this was what made me nervous. a couple of weeks ago, I had gotten a video. Somebody sent me something, and it was people. I said this a couple of weeks ago, that these girls was jumping out this car, in and out of this car. This man had this Maserati or whatever, Lamborghini, and he stand out there. He play like, "Hey, I'm just speaking to you," and the girl ignores him, and oh, and you ain't got nothing, and you in these shorts and so forth. So the man gets into the Lamborghini, and every time he gets in the car, okay, you have a nice day, trying to be nice. Hey, sweetheart, woo-doo-doo. And they ignore him. Oh, you poor, you a bum, so forth. And he gets into this car. They come running,
Mm-hmm.
literally running back to the man, pecking on the window, Brother Lee, talking about, hey, hey, you didn't want to give me the time of day. Oh, I was busy. I was right in your face. Oh, I didn't recognize. Oh, you smell good. You look good. I look good on the sidewalk, the man was saying, before you knew I had this car. You see where I'm going with this? And you said something and brought that to my mind, Brother Lee. What kind we're turning out not people in survival mode, but we're turning out people that have turned into solicitors of some kind and thinking that materialistical things will get them their middle class, not knowing that that's a good one there. You they
Exactly.
say you're in the middle class, but you ain't in the middle class. You right there at the lower class, like most of
Exactly.
us. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. I'm listening.
And
Well,
I
you're
had to
right.
throw that in.
You're
Hmm.
absolutely right. That's what they're doing. They're brainwashing our communities to think that if you get out of the project, you're middle class now. No,
Mm.
if you like Brother Lee said, if you paycheck to paycheck, you're still poor. You're still low class. You might, you may not be poor where you're on Section 8 food stamps, getting a check from the government.
Well, they say
You
some of
may
them
not
folks got some money that's on Section
and
8.
some of them, look, some of them, okay, I remember when me and my husband was together before we got divorced. We was living in a community, and me and my husband, we had to pay where we lay out here, but there was a young lady that had 3 kids. Each one of the
Hmm.
kids had military fathers. She was still getting a paycheck, getting money from the military fathers, so they won't hit them up for in the military for the actual amount they're supposed to pay. So they were giving her some money, so she was getting a welfare check, food stamps. She had Section 8, and she was getting
Mm.
that money from the men. Her house
Mm.
was immaculate. Me and my husband was struggling just to try to put a couch in the house.
So what happened then? Okay, now she doing this hustling and it can't on, and you out there
And,
working like somebody's. Are we in the wrong? No, I ain't gonna say
but
that.
see, that's what a lot of women do. I'm being be honest with you. A lot of young women or older women use
Mm.
the get money from the men on the side. So the man won't
Mm.
have to pay a whole lot of money for child support. They get what they can
But
from that man, and they're still getting
mhm,
the check. They're still getting the food stamps, and that's why they
yeah,
keep trying to say that we frauding the government. Some of them are, not
yeah,
all of them, but some of them are. I say 5% may be doing that, but that's the problem.
okay.
They're banking on that money because they ain't got to spend it because they getting all this
Mm.
other money. And it make it hard for somebody like me, you, Brother Lee, or anybody else that's out here working and hustling and trying to do what we can to survive and take care of our children the right way. So
Right.
there's a lot of them like she is. She got one man over here giving her money. She got another man over here giving her money, and she working. And one man
Wow.
paying for her hair to be done, another one paying for her feet to be done, all this stuff. And then she sit back and tell you, "Oh, I save my money. I put $5 away every paycheck." And I'm sitting there going, "Please stop lying. You forgot that you talking to me."
Wow.
But these
Brother
are
Lee,
the
they
things.
pay. Oh, go ahead.
That's
Go
the
ahead.
things
These
they
are the
use.
things.
These are the things
Yeah.
that they use, and she feels in her mind that she's middle class, and she's not poor, but she's not rich, but she's middle class. But you're not middle class because you haven't invested in anything. You got enough money to get a
Wow.
house. You can get land. You can do what you want to do. Your son is grown. He's married. He's gone. You can do what you need
Mm.
to do for yourself and have a good life. But you choose to
Hmm.
live in the project community and then want to sit back and complain about everybody that is out here struggling and we can't hardly keep a dollar in our pockets.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a break real quick. Brother Lee, stand by. I got a question I'm going to throw out to you. We have Foxy, 2 Roxy, 3. And Brother Lee, our chief contributor, chief commentator, he's here with us too on our panel. Good morning to each and grand rising to every one of you. Pink Global, I see you. Welcome. Welcome back to the McMahon Morning Show. All of you all that are here, y'all like and subscribe. Y'all see my little banner down at the bottom. There's some things that we're trying to do. If you like what we're doing, support the McMahon Morning Show. I'm not asking you to do this, that, or the other, but and remember us as we move forward doing the things that we do. Now, right now, we're going to get ready to say hello to some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back with our panel. And I got a question for Brother Lee when I get back, y'all. You're listening to the McMahon Morning Show right here on Mac Media 3 Productions, LLC, 92.7 WKRA, 92.7 on your FM dial in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Y'all got our signal. We want to thank y'all for what you do. We'll be right back after these messages. I'll be right back.
Our families are precious. We work hard each and every day to make sure that they're safe and secure and have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be life, health, auto, home, or specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538, 708-722-1538.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
And we're back on the McMahon Morning Show. Listen, Michelle Franklin wants to say thank you to each and every one of you that use her tax service. I don't know how the extensions or anything go. Those of you that need extensions, please, you can still give Michelle a call. She can give you some advice on some things. Somebody asked me about it. And you can call her at area code 708-296-3133. That's 708-296-3133. Now, I cannot say that you will get a 3-day, 2-night vacation. I can't say that right now because I don't know if that promotion is going on. But if you need some extra tax help, call her and she can help you out with everything that you need. But we want to thank her also for including her credit restoration business and business credit, business funding, loans, consulting. Michelle Franklin is right there. I'm pretty sure the topics that we're talking about get asked a lot. And if you have a small business, you need a consultant. You need somebody with some wisdom, some understanding about helping you to get the capital that you need. So just call Michelle at 708-296-3133. That's 708-296-3133. We like to say good morning to Pizza Pro XL down in Marks, Mississippi. We want to say hello to all of you all, even those that got those new jobs that we had she had a a jobs fair, and she's hired over 25 people in that area. That's what it's all about. Now, people that are looking for employees and looking for people to help and giving you these opportunities to come out and to earn a living, even young people, no matter what, and older people too. They're going back. I mean, there's a lot of older people in the workforce too. But we want to thank her for her delicacies that she has. Pizza Pro XL is open for lunch and for dinner. Call Bridget Wright right now and just tell her, congratulate her, and just encourage her in what she's doing. Call Pizza Pro XL at 662-326-3006. That's 662-326-3006. Now, I want to say to our new sponsor, yes, we have a new sponsor and a new supporter of the McMahon Morning Show that has come on board with us, and we're working on a new production for D. Harris Interiors. I got that right. It ain't Hill, it's Harris. D. Harris Interiors are brand new partners that are with us. And I just wanted to say good morning to Ms. D. Harris and all the wonderful work she's working on. A special project right now. And her productions and her projects will come up so that you can see that, hey, you can take that space that you have and transform it into the wonderful place that you want. Then think about this. Is this your living room? Wouldn't you like your living room to be like this? You got a small place, nice living room. You can have nice company and so forth and so on. And, you know, just a nice place that, and have yours that's nice. Interior decorations, if you want a theater, whatever you want, get in touch with D. Harris Interiors will take care of you. All you have to do is call her at area code 901-3030. I mean 8099. That's 901-303-8099. And all of her social media handles from Facebook to Instagram, all those other things, they're there. You can see the wonderful work that she does, and we want to thank her. Forgive me for not. We got the finishing touches on that that production. Don't forget Little Red. I'm getting this out of the way right and quick. Don't forget Little Red is running. Y'all going up there and y'all go out there and y'all vote. This is the runoff. He needs your support 2 more times, really, because in June he'll be running in the general election. But we got to get him over this hump right quick, and let's help Orlando Little Red Payton win that race for mayor of the city of Clarksdale. Now, I think I got everybody out of the way. I think I did so far. I'd like to say good morning, grand rising to each and every one of you that are here, that's joining us. My panel this morning, our panel is we have our co-host, Brother Lee Mack, who is our co-host and our chief contributor to the McMahon Morning Show. And we have our wonderful special guest, Foxy 2 Roxy 3, who has her own platform. Please put it in the chat for me if you can, Foxy, so we can keep up with you and support you in what you're doing. And we're here discussing things that are in our hands to change. We were talking briefly about the class system a little bit, living paycheck from paycheck. And even though you're making a good salary or what have you, and you have nice things and so forth, you still can be living paycheck to paycheck. Class system. I learned today, if you ain't got minimal of $3,000 in the bank, you really ain't middle class. Now you can't put your hands on something like that because you're dealing and you're doing what you have to do. Now, understanding this. Just because they put us in a category don't mean that we got to stay there. You ain't gonna put me in no box or anything, but we're the ones, the consumers, the people that are in the outside looking in as the rich get richer, and I guess they say the poor gets poorer, but I'm not gonna claim poor. All I'm saying is that in this society that we live in and with this economy that we got going on today, there's a lot of confusion that's going on. And I wanted to say before we went to break, I wanted to ask Brother Lee something that Foxy had brought out, and it was kind of interesting about how not just how, these people, they got the multiple incomes that they have are the multiple people that they associate themselves with, making themselves out of baby meals or something. And the fathers are not too far behind, because all you are is a sperm donor. I mean, you just there just doing what you drop and go and whatever the case may be, and not remembering and not helping that family. But even with those circumstances going on, are people perpetrating a fraud, Brother Lee, when they get out there and say, I'm middle class, or I'm this and that, or I got a little Cadillac, or I got this, and I got this old Mercedes, and I'm living large, I'm doing this, I'm a playboy, I go to the club every week, I this and that and the other, and still can be poor? Can we still be poor and have all these things within our reach, Brother Lee?
Well, okay, I'll give you an example. I think most of the classes, even what we call the poor, brag about what they're not as poor as the next person because they have this. And you can go all the way up to the one percenters. You got people like Donald Trump lied about his income, said he's a billionaire, and actually he wasn't. So, you got the rich bragging about things they don't have or positions they don't hold. And then you go to the middle class, and they brag about what they have and what positions they're in or whatever, and they like to boast and brag and elevate a position, a certain status that they don't really have. And that goes all the way down to the lower class. So you got what we call lower class. I don't know. We'll have to go all the way down. Lower class goes lower than what you think it does. I mean, it goes to the homeless. The homeless is the lower class. Then they don't have housing. So there's a floor, and then there's below the floor. And then
Right.
you got people talk about, well, I'm lower class because I don't stay in a nice house, or I don't stay in, no, they got a class where they don't even have a house. They don't even
Yeah,
have
that's true.
walls. So that's the thing we have to understand is there's always somebody that has less than you. You
Hmm.
know, and I'm gonna tell you something. You can grade class by money in your hand, or you can grade class by how healthy you are.
Right.
See, here's the thing here. Here's something to think about. People say, well, I got a lot of money, but it's according to you strip away your money, what kind of class do you have? Because your health may be bad. So you actually poor in
Exactly.
health, and I may be rich in health and don't have a dime in my pocket. And I'm gonna tell you like this: which one you want when you need it? Well, you ask those billion and trillionaires, which one, if they had a debilitating illness where they had cancer so bad that they had things going, they sitting in the ICU and they got $1 trillion. You tell them, would they still want to be that trillionaire, or they want to be that homeless person that got excellent health? Which one would they trade? They'll trade their $1 trillion for that homeless person who's living out there and got excellent health. And I'm gonna tell you something, just like that Apple guy, that guy that owns a part of Apple, and he had gotten cancer. He said he would have traded all of his money, all of his
Yeah.
wealth, so he could have health. See, understand this: wealth and health, that sounds almost alike, but they're very different. And people strive to be wealthy rather than striving to be healthy. And this government, the FDA, is striving to make you unhealthy and unwealthy because of what the chemicals they're allowing to put in the foods. They trying to take away your health, your most valued possession. They're trying to make you unhealthy as well as not wealthy.
Mm.
You see, and that's the thing we should tap into is, look, what's more important to you? You're striving to get that $1 million, striving to get that to be a millionaire, striving to make
Mm.
$100,000, or striving to be the best healthy you can be, the best healthy mental you can be, the best healthy moral you can be, the best person inside you can be. As far as us as a black folks, see, we have to stop acting like them so we can start finding out who we are. See, we're chasing what they say is the American dream. We haven't even laid back and thought about what is our dream.
Exactly.
See, they gave us their dream, and we striving to get what they want. And you know what? Here's the kicker here. They closed the door so we can't get it. So we kicking and knocking our head against the wall, against the door that we'll never be let into. And then that's why we are disgusted and we are angry because we can't get there. No matter how much we try, they'll let a few through the cracks. They'll let a few through the cracks to make you think you got success. We got to find out what's our happiness as a people and stop chasing and trying to be like them because we'll never be them. So let's be the best us. They trying to be us. They trying to walk like us, talk like us, dress like us. They want to be us. The only thing that makes them mad is because we still around.
Exactly.
That's what I have to say.
Exactly.
Come on, Foxy.
You are absolutely right, Brother Lee. And I'm looking at, when you were saying it, I'm like, think about it. Some of them that are rich are miserable. Have you noticed how miserable they are? They are upset. They're stressed out. The wives of the rich men are out here taking medication for their stress and all this stuff. They're not
What you
healthy.
say? You say they taking medicine, the rich women, nerve tablets and stuff.
Right. They're taking all that medicine. You see them all the time, even on TV or on the news. They're popping them pills to try to keep this, because they have, I have anxiety. I have anxiety attacks because you're stressing out because you're so busy trying to be rich that you're miserable. You are miserable. Here we are, blacks. We learn how to survive doing anything that's going on. Look, we survived during COVID. They were mad that we didn't all die off. But we survived through COVID. I was looking back at one of the videos when they were going through COVID, and in Florida, it were more of them in the line trying to get help for food and trying to get the shots than we were. But we still survived, and we still here, and we still survive mentally. They still cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We learned how to survive because we never had it. I was watching a video the other day, and they asked this black farmer, how come he's okay? He said, because I paid everything off. I made sure I had everything done. I don't owe the bank. I didn't never borrow it from the government because they never would give it to me no way. So because they wouldn't give it to me no way, I ain't worrying about what they're doing to the farmers because I'm good. Everything is paid for. Everything I got money to pay for it. I pay it straight out. I'm good. His farm is still producing. Their farms are not producing because they went out here and got money from the government to try to make their farm bigger, to have more money, and now they're miserable. They're complaining, they're crying, and they're whining.
How can we if I can throw this, we got about 3 minutes. How can we get, it gets to a point where you say to yourself, man, are we ever going to get out of this hole? I believe we will. But then, with things going like they are, no, we're not. Come on with it. That's where I was trying to go. Come on, help me out. You got to come on with it.
We're not in the hole. That's the problem. They want us to be in the hole, but we never was in the hole. We are, look, right now, you got your own show. You got a car, you got a house, you got a job, you got this, you got that. We're not in the hole. Like you said, them homeless people don't have it. Okay, we have all of this. If you notice, there's more of them on the street than us. It's more of them on the street than us. Because why? Because they went out here and they call themselves the middle class, got all these loans, all this money, all these credit cards, went on these trips, buying, doing all these things. And then when anything happened in the economy, they the first ones to drop. We still right there. We're still right there. Because we learned how to survive from the first time the economy went bad. And we learned how to survive since then. We blacks, we'll go to a farmer's market and get food. They'll go
Yeah.
straight back to the grocery store. We'll go to somebody we know and get vegetables.
Sure.
We'll go
We
to
or some
somebody,
groceries too.
yeah.
Hey, I've seen people help other people. Look, I need such a, and my mother at least done it many times. I got in trouble once for doing help people, and you know sometimes you might not have and things like that. Girl, I need me some sugar. I need this a little bacon, this and that, and you help each other. You didn't go around talking. Now there were some people in the community that talked about folks and stuff like that. Shame on them. They know who they are. But overall, we stuck together, brother Lee. What you say about that in your last
Well,
couple minutes?
well, I would say in these last few minutes is that okay. I think our main issue, one of our issues, is that we try so hard to use them as a measuring stick, and we have to stop using them as a measuring stick
You sure
because
said that too, Lee. You said that.
and
Yep,
and
sure
and
did.
and it affects our happiness because we look at them and we say that's what happiness is, and if we don't achieve it, we don't think we have success. And as a people, we have to get back. And I'm gonna tell you this is when we were so-called emancipated, and we went off on our own and lived in our communities, because they wouldn't allow us to live with them. We managed to be self-reliant among ourselves. We gathered as a people and raised our families as a village. It was truly a village at the after slavery, because we found out where black folks were living. We lived there. When we traveled from the south to the north, we would live with us because we were not allowed to live anywhere else, and we became a community no matter where we went to live. Big cities, small towns, we were living as a community, and that's the thing, as a village. And that's what we need to get back to, because we have to understand we're using their methods to solve our problems. And that's why it's not working. And that's what our politicians are telling us. Just like our therapists, I'm gonna give you this really quickly. I know a lot of African American therapists, and I know a lot of people now are going to mental therapists, mental health therapists to get your mind straight, to get your views straight, or get your emotional mind in order. Is the thing is that those therapists are using Caucasian people's methods to help us. And that's why people go out crazy, go in that office and come out just as crazy and confused as they did when they went in. And they keep going. And we have to stop and think about these therapists and psychologists and psychiatrists have been trained by Caucasians. And they're using Caucasians' methods for black folks. And that's why black folks can't get straight. And we've been told, and I'm gonna tell you this, those black
Hmm.
politicians been trained by white folks. That's why they're using white folk methods to help us.
Most
See,
of
that's
them.
the
Yep.
thing. We got, yes, all of them. They went to, they have been trained by white books. They may go to a black college, but the books have been written by white folks. And see, that's the thing. And we eat it whole hog. We say, okay, it's in a book, it must be right. But we got to question this and say, is this for us? You
Yes.
know? And that's what I have to say, my brother.
All right. Hey, Lee. Listen, we got to get this panel together. And Foxy, you gave me your proxy. Your proxy. Ain't that something that just rhyming? You did. That's a proxy, meaning that you said, okay, you would come. And there's some things that there's some I'm working on. I'm waiting on something though, and I'm going to work on it. Listen to everybody that's listening to us now. Be sure to tune in the rest of this week. I got something going that I want you to pay attention to. We're going to put it out on our social media platforms and everything. And Foxy, I'll be in touch with you with what I want to done. Thank you for being our guest today. Thank Brother Lee, our co-host and our chief correspondent, and our chief contributor. Our correspondent, he's chief contributor, and I want to thank all of you for being here with us. Listen, this is the MacMan Morning Show. We're getting ready to sign off. Please support our sponsors. Thank you all for your love, your kindness. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm going to mention. You ain't give me permission to mention. the kindness that you show. And don't forget the McMahon Morning Show. We're still celebrating. We're still in April. This is our anniversary month. We're going to celebrate the whole month. And I want to just thank all of you for everything that you've done. We'll be back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That is 10 o'clock on the East Coast. And when it's that time, it is time for what?
It's a McMahon Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car.